Your cat may look perfectly healthy, but hidden dehydration could already be draining their kidneys, energy, and mood without a single sign. Today, we're exposing the silent mistakes blocking your cat's hydration and the simple fixes that can transform their health fast. So, let's begin. First mistake, the bowl torture. Your bowl is sabotaging everything. And no, I'm not talking about it being dirty. See those whiskers on your cat's face? They're insanely sensitive. When they touch the bowl's edge while drinking, it feels like nails on a chalkboard to them. Scientists call it whisker fatigue. Your cat calls it torture. Plus, if you're using plastic, bacteria is breeding in those microscopic scratches, making the water taste like garbage. Your cat can smell it, even if you can't. Here's the solution vets swear by. Stainless steel bowl, wide and shallow, at least 6 inches across. This one change alone can increase water intake by 40%. That's proven. Second mistake, the location. Disaster. Your bowl placement is destroying their instinct. Would you drink water next to a toilet? Neither will your cat. In the wild, cats never drink near where they eat or eliminate. It's survival instinct. Contaminated water kills. But you've got their water bowl right next to the litter box or food dish. Your cat's DNA is screaming danger every time they approach it. Here's what animal behaviorists recommend. Spread out multiple water stations, kitchen, bedroom, living room, away from food, far from litter. Cats that have 3 water sources drink 70% more than cats with just 1. Third mistake, the still water trap. Still water equals death water to your cat's brain. Their ancestors survived by drinking from streams and rivers because moving water is safe water. Standing water? Breeding ground for parasites and bacteria. Your cat's instinct says avoid it. That's why they're obsessed with your dripping faucet, but ignore their full bowl. Here's the veterinary-approved trick. Cat water fountain. $20 changes everything. The constant circulation keeps water fresh and triggers your cat's natural hunting instinct to drink from moving sources. Studies show fountain users drink up to 60% more water daily. Fourth mistake, the taste nightmare. Your tap water tastes like chemicals to your cat. That chlorine keeping your water bacteria-free? Your cat's tongue has twice the taste buds you have. They can detect every chemical, every mineral, every trace of treatment in that water. It's like forcing them to drink from a swimming pool. They'd rather dehydrate than suffer through it. Here's the simple solution experts use. Add 3 drops of tuna water or low-sodium chicken broth to their bowl. Just enough to mask the chemical taste without overpowering it. Your cat's water intake will spike within hours. Or use a basic carbon filter in their fountain to strip out those harsh chemicals completely. Mistake 5. The stale water killer. You're leaving yesterday's water in the bowl. Think about this. You've seen your cat lick their own butt, right? But they'll refuse water that's been sitting for 12 hours. Why? Because their survival instinct is razor sharp. Stagnant water develops bacterial biofilm within hours. Your cat can smell it, taste it, sense it. That bowl you think looks fine is actually toxic to their hypersensitive system. Here's the non-negotiable rule from vets. Fresh water twice daily, minimum. Morning and night. Wash the bowl with hot water every single time. Use pet-safe soap once every 2 days for a deep clean. This alone can triple their water intake because suddenly they're not choosing between dehydration and bacteria. Sixth mistake, the bowl height disaster. Your cat is bending their neck at a painful angle every time they drink. Floor-level bowls force cats into an uncomfortable crouched position that puts strain on their neck, spine, and joints. For senior cats or those with arthritis, this pain is enough reason to avoid drinking altogether. Every sip becomes a choice between hydration and physical discomfort. Here's the ergonomic solution. Vets recommend elevated water stations. Raise that bowl 3 to 5 inches off the ground using a stand or platform. Older cats show a 45% increase in water consumption just from this simple change. Your cat's spine alignment stays neutral, drinking becomes effortless, and suddenly they're not avoiding their water anymore. Mistake 7. The water bowl prison. Your cat feels trapped when they drink. Cats are both predators and prey animals. When they lower their head to drink, they can't see their surroundings. That vulnerability triggers anxiety. If their water bowl is in a corner or against a wall with no escape route, their survival instinct screams danger. They'll sacrifice hydration for safety every single time. Here's the strategic placement experts use. Position water bowls where your cat can see the entire room while drinking. Never in corners, never in dead ends. Multiple escape routes must be visible. Place bowls in open areas where your cat can maintain situational awareness. This one change reduces stress-related dehydration by over 50%. Mistake 8. The multi-cat warfare. You've got multiple cats sharing one water source, and it's creating territorial warfare you can't even see. Dominant cats will guard resources, including water. Your submissive cat might be getting blocked from drinking without you ever noticing. They're not fighting, they're just positioned in a way that sends a clear message. This water isn't for you. Your subordinate cat is slowly dehydrating from social stress. Here's the Multicat formula behaviorists use. 1 water station per cat, plus 1 extra. 3 cats? 4 water stations minimum. Spread them across different rooms so no single cat can guard them all. Each cat needs their own safe access to water without confrontation. Studies show this increases water intake for subordinate cats by up to 80%. Mistake 9. The medication sabotage. You're crushing pills into their water and destroying their trust. Yes, your vet said to give them medication, but mixing it into their only water source teaches them a devastating lesson. Water tastes like chemicals and makes them feel sick. Now they're avoiding their water completely, and you've created a dehydration crisis while trying to solve a health problem. Here's what veterinary pharmacists recommend. Never medicate the water. Use pill pockets, crush into wet food, or learn proper pilling technique. Keep their water source pure, clean, and trustworthy. If your cat associates water with medication, you'll need to completely change bowls, change locations, and rebuild that trust from scratch. This can take weeks to fix. Mistake 10. The hydration illusion. You think your cat is hydrated because you saw them drink once today. Here's the truth that's killing cats. 1 lap at the water bowl isn't enough. Cats need to consume approximately 4 ounces of water per 5 pounds of body weight daily. That's 40 to 60 licks at the bowl, multiple times throughout the day. If you're only seeing them drink once, they're severely underhydrated. Here's the monitoring method vets teach. Track their water bowl level, daily with a marker line. If a 10-pound cat isn't drinking at least 8 ounces in 24 hours, you've got a problem. Install a pet camera if needed. Count drinking sessions. Most healthy cats should visit their water source 5 to 8 times daily. Anything less means intervention is needed now. Mistake 11. The stress dehydration. Spiral. Environmental stress is shutting down their thirst drive, and you're missing it. New furniture, construction noise, a new pet, visitors, even rearranging their space can trigger stress responses that suppress drinking behavior. Stressed cats enter survival mode, where normal functions like thirst get overridden by anxiety. They're so focused on perceived threats that they forget to hydrate. Here's the stress reduction protocol specialists use. Create a calm zone around water stations. Use feline pheromone diffusers near water bowls to reduce anxiety. Play soft music to mask startling noises. Establish strict routines so your cat knows when it's safe to drink. For severely stressed cats, place water bowls in their safe hiding spots. Reducing environmental stress can restore normal drinking patterns within 72 hours. Mistake 12. The water competition shock. You're drinking bottled water while giving your cat tap water, and they notice. Cats are incredible observers. They watch you grab that filtered water from the fridge while their bowl has cloudy tap water with floating particles. They're not stupid. If the pack leader won't drink it, why should they? This creates psychological rejection of their water source based purely on your behavior. Here's the equality solution cat psychologists recommend. If you filter your water, filter theirs too. If you drink bottled water, consider the same for them. Use a water filtration pitcher specifically for pet water. Your cat will notice you treating their water with the same care as yours. This psychological shift can increase drinking behavior by removing that instinctive distrust. Make them feel like part of the pack. Mistake 13. The whisker water phenomenon. Your cat is drinking by dipping their paw in the water instead of their face, and you're punishing them for it. This isn't bad behavior, it's adaptation. Some cats have such sensitive whiskers that they've developed this paw drinking technique to avoid whisker contact with the bowl. When you scold them or clean up the mess with frustration, you're discouraging one of their only drinking methods. Here's the accommodation strategy vets approve. Put a waterproof mat under the bowl and let them paw drink. They're still hydrating, just differently. Alternatively, get an extra wide, extra shallow dish where they can drink normally without whisker contact. Never punish this behavior. Some cats will paw drink their entire lives, and that's perfectly fine as long as water intake remains adequate. Mistake 14. The dental pain secret. Your cat has tooth pain, and drinking cold water is agony, but you're interpreting their avoidance as pickiness. Dental disease affects 80% of cats over age 3. Exposed roots, infected gums, broken teeth. All of these make drinking painful, especially cold water. Your cat is choosing dehydration over pain, and you're calling them difficult instead of seeing the medical emergency. Here's the urgent dental protocol from veterinary dentists. Check their mouth today. Lift their lips and look for red gums, brown tartar, or broken teeth. Smell their breath. Foul odor means infection. If you see any of these signs, schedule a dental exam immediately. In the meantime, offer room temperature or slightly warm water. Add extra water to wet food so they can hydrate while eating. Dental pain is an emergency that leads to kidney failure if ignored. Mistake 15. The seasonal hydration collapse. You're not adjusting their water strategy when seasons change, and it's causing dangerous dehydration cycles. Summer heat increases water needs by 40%, but you're still offering the same setup. Winter heating systems dry out the air, increasing respiratory water loss, but their water bowl stays unchanged. Your cat's hydration needs are constantly shifting, and your static approach is failing them during critical seasonal transitions. Here's the seasonal adaptation plan vets implement. Summer. Add extra water stations, use ice cubes, increase wet food portions, check water levels 3 times daily. Winter. Use room temperature water since cold water is less appealing. Run humidifiers near water bowls. Monitor for increased respiratory water loss. Spring and fall. Watch for behavioral changes as their bodies adjust. Cats with seasonal water strategies maintain consistent hydration year-round versus those facing repeated dehydration episodes. Mistake 16. The desert cat syndrome. You're forgetting your cat is basically a desert animal. Cats evolved in North African deserts where water was scarce. Their bodies are designed to extract moisture from prey, not to drink constantly like dogs. Domestic cats still carry this trait, which means they're terrible at recognizing their own thirst. Your cat can be dangerously dehydrated and still won't drink because their instinct says water is optional. Here's what feline specialists recommend. Switch to wet food immediately. 78% moisture versus 10% in dry food. That's the difference between life-threatening dehydration and optimal hydration. If they're already on wet food, add a tablespoon of water to each meal. They won't even notice, but their kidneys will thank you. Mistake 17. The invisible predator effect. There's a window near their water bowl, and outdoor cats are destroying their sense of security. Your indoor cat sees that stray Tom prowling outside while they're trying to drink. Suddenly, their water station becomes a vulnerability point. They're exposed, distracted, and stressed every time they attempt to hydrate. You don't see the outdoor cat because you're at work, but your cat's anxiety is building every single day, and drinking becomes associated with threat. Here's the security solution animal behaviorists use. Block or frost windows near water stations so outdoor cats can't be seen. Move water bowls to interior rooms with no outside visibility. Install motion sensor devices outside to deter strays from your property. Create a fortress mentality around water sources. Your cat needs to feel completely safe and unobserved while drinking. Cats in secure water locations drink 45% more than those in exposed positions. Mistake 18. The temperature tragedy. Your water is the wrong temperature, and it's making your cat gag. Room temperature water might work for you, but your cat's body temperature runs at 101 degrees. That lukewarm water sitting in their bowl. It feels unnatural, almost repulsive to their system. Wild cats drink from cool streams, not body temperature puddles. Here's what veterinary nutritionists suggest. Add 2 ice cubes to their water bowl twice a day. The cold temperature mimics natural water sources, and many cats find it irresistible. Some cats will actually play with the ice, getting them even more engaged with their water source. Cold water also stays fresher longer, preventing that bacterial buildup. Now here's what you need to watch for, because this gets serious fast. If your cat stops drinking suddenly, that's not just picky behavior. That's a medical emergency. Weak and lethargic, sunken eyes, thick, sticky saliva. These are red flags screaming kidney disease, diabetes, or urinary blockage. Do this test right now. Gently pinch the skin on the back of their neck and let go. If it doesn't snap back instantly, your cat is already dehydrated. Check their gums. If they feel sticky instead of smooth and wet, you're looking at severe dehydration. At this point, you're not waiting for tomorrow's vet appointment. You're going to the emergency clinic tonight. Here's the brutal reality. Chronic dehydration is the silent killer destroying your cat's kidneys right now. By age 10, 60% of cats develop kidney disease, and it all starts with not drinking enough water. But you just learned 21 proven fixes that veterinarians use to double and triple water intake. From bowl selection to seasonal changes, from kitten needs to senior cat accommodations, from psychological triggers to medical emergencies. Implement even 7 of these strategies today, and you'll see dramatic changes by tonight. Implement all 21, and you're not just increasing water intake. You're potentially adding 3 to 5 years to your cat's life. Every single point addresses a real threat that's killing cats right now. The choice is yours, but your cat's kidneys are counting on you to make it fast. Don't wait until you're watching them suffer in a vet's office, wishing you had acted sooner. Start today. Your cat's life depends on it.